So a report came out today by Shams saying that the Pelicans are sort of actively looking to trade up to, I believe, the number 2 or number 3 spot, and that would probably require Zion Williamson to be traded, and it looks like they're not necessarily, opposed to that idea, which is, could it be shocking? We'll get into it, but do you think this is a good or bad idea for the Pelicans to potentially move off of Zion Williamson to draft a rookie guard after only 4 seasons with the team?
I think it is a good idea.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, why do you think that?
Well, his first year he played 24 games.
Right.
His second year he played 61 games. The next year he didn't play any. Last year he played 29 games. The guy is injury prone, and given the way he's built, hamstring injuries, foot injuries, ankle injuries, those kinds of things, I think they're going to be with him. And I don't think they'll be able to pull it off. I think if he was available, I don't think the teams that are in the top 3 are going to take a trade for that spot for him. I don't think they'll be able to get it done, even if they were willing to put him up there on the trade block.
The problem, what Zion's career has been very, very conflicting, because when Zion plays, he's tremendous. I mean, he's putting up, average numbers at 26 points a game on 60% shooting. That's above players like Kevin McHale on efficiency, and he's at the top tier echelon of efficiency. But he doesn't play.
Yeah,
that's the big thing. He's 6'6" and weighs basically 300 pounds. That's a problem, and it's not. And the major concern that we saw with Zion's injuries they weren't arm injuries, they weren't torso injuries, they were leg injuries.
Yeah.
You're on all that weight and you're coming down hard. You play a very, very physical game. You're an interior guy. You slam dunk the ball all the time. You get up and you land hard.
He should lose some weight.
Your legs.
He hasn't had much luck there. In fact, there was a period where he was a little overweight.
Oh, he was gaining weight, and you know what? New Orleans got some good food. New Orleans got a lot of good food there.
A lot of beer too.
So I mean, Zion Williamson. The problem is he can't stay healthy. If he is available, do you think teams would honestly take a shot, because he signed a massive deal, and
giving up one of the top 3 picks in the NBA draft? I don't think so. You're going to have to give more than that.
Well,
I don't think that they would do it. I think that you can't get that trade done.
You don't think Charlotte would?
No, I don't think Charlotte would do it.
Even though Michael Jordan is selling the franchise away, you don't think that they would do it?
No.
San Antonio ain't giving up the number 1 pick.
No.
They're going to get Victor Wembanyama, who's arguably the best prospect since LeBron James or better. That's what people say. He's like a 7-foot guy who can make threes. He can do basically everything.
Isn't that guy quite skinny, though?
And I was going to say,
he's not. I don't know if he's durable enough. That would be my concern about him.
I'll be very that. That's the thing. I'll be very curious to see what Chet Holmgren, who got picked very high last year in the draft, who got a Linz-Frank fracture, who was out this entire year. To me, my eye test, I could be completely wrong, and I'll accept that. I'll have to see what he looks like. Chet Holmgren, to me, looks like a glorified Kristaps Porzingis. That's what he does. The game is very similar. Now, Victor Wembanyama, we'll see how he does in the NBA. Could it translate from Euro ball to what it is now? Maybe. We'll see. It'll be interesting to watch, because he's like the number 1 prospect in decades. But Charlotte or Portland are 2 very interesting teams. Charlotte, they need a lot of help. A lot of help. And then Portland,
they haven't had a good team in ages.
Yeah. No, and Michael Jordan is
he kind of failed as an executive in the NBA, I think.
A tremendous player, top 3, top 2, top 1, you could argue at any position. You might put Kareem up there in your top 3. Severe lack at observing talent. He cannot draft nobody. I guess LaMelo Ball is his best shot, but his observation of who's good for a basketball team is terrible. Huh. It is the exact opposite of what Jordan was as a player to an executive. Yeah. It's terrible.
So absolutely, like Phil Jackson.
No, Phil Jackson.
Not quite as bad.
He screwed the Knicks over. Phil Jackson screwed the Knicks over as the executive there. Portland's interesting, though. They've been looking for a forward for years. If they trade Zion, if they trade for Zion, you would give up probably the 3rd pick. You may need to give up, Simons, maybe. You need to give up a couple pieces, obviously, to get Zion Williamson, because he's young. He's great when he plays. You may be able to keep Dame Lillard. You may be. And if Dame Lillard's thinking about going out, leaving the team for Miami or whatever, could bring Zion in, keep him there.
Yeah, the problem with that is that this guy they want, Scoot Henderson, probably be gone by the third pick. He's one of the first. He's probably the second pick.
You need to get that Charlotte pick. And could it be that Michael Jordan would just say, screw it, we'll give you X, Y, and Z just to get a pick, and then he'll be like, bye? Or could it be he sells the team quick, but I don't know, he won't sell the team before the draft. But Michael Jordan may be looking at this potential opportunity to, maybe bring him in and hope that the Hornets could, revive themselves from the dead. But Zion Williamson, like, the big thing about Zion is he doesn't play. Yeah, he's a tremendous talent when he does play, but you see him for 5 minutes of an NBA season, and then he's gone again. Could he be healthy? We don't know. Because we haven't seen it. The problem is, once again, it's his legs. He has so much weight on him, his legs are getting away. Charles Barkley, he from personal experience, has commented on Zion's situation extensively. He needs to get in shape. And it looks like Zion Williamson's doing a little bit better now, but he needs to get it done. Like the off-season or the off-the-court stuff is a killer. And I wouldn't have. We talked about this a while ago when there was a discussion whether or not Zion, the Pelicans should offer Zion his max rookie extension. I wouldn't have, because he doesn't play for you.
Yeah, I know.
He gets the contract, plays 29 games, and he's gone.
I think they should tell him, look, you got to drop some weight. And if he really wants to be in there and competing and potentially be one of the best players in the NBA, you ought to give that a try, because he's not on the court, and that ain't going to get it done for you or any other team.
Another problem is the Pelicans would be losing size, which in today's NBA, you need guys you need big guys who could play basically all facets of the game. And Zion has,
he's big, but he's not that tall.
He's 6'6", but he's like size. You need someone to body him up. Like Zion against Jokic, that'd be interesting to see. Now Jokic has about 5 inches on him.
Yeah, he just shoot over him.
He could, but Zion is very, very physical. Like that would be an interesting matchup, to say the least. I think Jokic would get the better of him just because he could do pump fakes and he can get around. Jokic makes some of the craziest layups I've seen. But I think the Pelicans should seriously consider moving off Zion, because you're paying him all this money for what? He doesn't play
as I say, I think it'll be hard for them to do, because the other teams will look at him and say, why would we want a guy that is not going to be on the court? He's hurt all the time.
That is a very fair point. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, if you want to check out the full episode, make sure you click the I in the top right-hand corner right now. If you want to listen to this show anywhere you go, make sure you go to anchor.fm/The Harvey Hour or anywhere you get your podcasts.